You think it's the love that hurt you, but it wasn't love. Love didn't hurt you. Misplaced expectations did. Hi, I'm here to help you decode the confusing emotional storm you're going through. In this video, we're diving deep into the psychology of breakups, why they hurt so much, what's happening inside your brain, and what your pain is really trying to tell you. This isn't just about getting over someone, it's about understanding your attachment style, your triggers, your illusions, and perhaps even your part in the story. So if you've been asking yourself, why can't I move on? Was it even real? Or what's wrong with me? Stay with me. By the end of this video, I promise you'll see your breakup not as the end, but as the beginning of a more conscious, healed version of yourself. The brain in love is addicted. You didn't just lose a person. You lost your source of dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, all the chemicals that made you feel safe, loved, and needed. Science shows that when you fall in love, your brain lights up in the same regions as drug addiction. So when the breakup happens, you're not just sad. You're going through withdrawal. That's why you check their social media. That's why you imagine running into them. That's why your chest physically aches. It's not weakness, it's biology. But here's the truth. Even if you relapse by texting them or stalking their feed, you can rewire your brain. Just like any addiction, recovery is possible. But it begins with awareness. You didn't just lose them. You lost the version of you that was with them. You miss the moments, yes, but more deeply, you miss the version of yourself that existed in that relationship, the one who felt chosen, admired, needed. Now that they're gone, it's like you're grieving an identity too. Breakups shake your ego structure. That means your sense of who you are. Questions rush in. Am I not enough? Were they pretending? Why didn't they fight for me? Or, whoa, but what if I told you? Your worth isn't up for negotiation. It doesn't vanish just because someone stopped choosing you. Attachment styles play a big role. Have you ever asked, why do I keep falling for emotionally unavailable people? Or, why do I chase the ones who pull away? It might be your attachment style, shaped in childhood and replayed in adulthood. Anxious types crave closeness but fear abandonment. Avoidant types fear losing independence and pull away. Secure types are balanced, healthy, and rare in today's dating culture. If your breakup felt like an emotional roller coaster, chances are your inner child was involved. Healing isn't just about letting go of your ex. It's about breaking the cycle. It's about recognizing this pain didn't start with them. The fantasy was stronger than the reality. Be honest with me, are you missing them, or are you missing who you hoped they would become? Sometimes we don't fall in love with a person. We fall in love with their potential. We fall in love with the version of them we created in our minds. And when they don't live up to that, we blame ourselves. If I'd been more patient, maybe they would have changed. If I had loved harder, maybe they would have stayed. But here's a secret. You didn't fail. You just woke up from the illusion. You were addicted to the validation, not the person. What kept you going back? The kindness? Or the highs and lows that made you question your worth daily? Psychologists call this intermittent reinforcement. When someone gives you just enough attention to keep you hooked, but not enough to feel secure. That's not love, that's a behavioral trap. And escaping it takes more than strength, it takes clarity. You didn't stay because you were weak. You stayed because your nervous system was hijacked. But the moment you start seeing the patterns, you begin taking your power back. Awareness is the first step to healing. Let's pause. Take a breath. This pain isn't meaningless, it's an invitation. You see, when your heart breaks, old wounds rise to the surface. Fear of being abandoned, fear of not being enough, fear of never being loved again. But now you're aware of them, and once you're aware, you have a choice. Repeat the cycle or break it. Emotional agony is the doorway to growth. What if this breakup isn't happening to you? But for you, some people spend years in unfulfilling relationships just to avoid pain. But you were brave enough to lose something that wasn't aligned. Heartbreak is the universe's most honest mirror. It shows you who you were pretending to be and who you truly are underneath. Your sadness means you cared. Your tears mean you're human. And your overthinking means you're trying to make meaning. Not because you're weak, but because your mind wants closure. Healing doesn't mean forgetting, it means remembering with clarity. You don't have to erase them to heal. You don't have to hate them either. Healing means you can look back and not ache. It means you remember what you learned, not just what you lost. It means you stop blaming yourself. It means you stop waiting for them to apologize so you can finally be free. Forgiveness, not for them, but for you, is the final stage of healing. Rewrite the story you're telling yourself. Let me ask you this. What story are you telling yourself about this breakup? I wasn't good enough? They were my soulmate? I'll never find love again? Pause. Now rewrite that. Try. I gave my best, and I'm growing through this. They showed me what I no longer want. I'm healing, and the right love will meet me on the other side. Words shape your beliefs, and beliefs shape your future. You deserve better, and that includes you. Here's the truth. It wasn't love that broke you. It was the version of you that tolerated less than what you deserved. And now, you're becoming the version of you that won't settle again. So no, you don't need closure from them. You need self-reconnection. You need compassion, not just for your younger self, but for the one watching this video now. Trying. Because you are worth the healing. Not because someone else will love you better, but because you will. A message to empower you. You're not broken. You're breaking through. Every tear you've shed is proof you felt deeply, and that is your strength, not your weakness. You're not too much. You just haven't met someone who matches your depth yet, and that's okay. Because the goal isn't to replace them, the goal is to reclaim you. So tonight, now put your phone down. Breathe. Write to your future self, not your ex. And remember, love didn't hurt you, misplaced expectations did. But now you know better, and soon you'll love better, starting with yourself.